The crisp Novices Maiden Chase this time in at Fairyhouse. 3 miles this time for Maiden Chasers. Well, 2 of these have won over hurdles though. Top one is Allied Cardiff. G Clutterbuck, Carted Off, J Shea, Democrates, Charlie, Executive Legal, D Hinton, Graham K, S Gray, King Kong, K Minahan, Kirk Douglas, Paul Rhodes, Pride and Prejudice, Leon Van Rensburg, Tolstoy, Molly at Surfer, Waterworld, Thunderspark, Safari, Swincoln, Benbonici, Singleton, Last J Murray, and a Tortoise, Joshua Sutherland. So they're being called in then, and away they go, with 3 miles ahead of them as they race towards the first. Let's see how these novices jump the first of 18 fences, and they all jumped it quite nicely. Executive Legal in the red colours, the first one to show, with Graham K on the inside in second. You can see the blue colours of Pride and Prejudice just on the outside in third, but they are very tightly grouped. It's more like a flat race. Oh, and we've lost a leader there. We've lost a couple. There's a couple of dramatic looking falls there, and Executive Legal went straight away through it, and Singleton last almost did a somersault. So that's 2 out straight away, and that's what you get novice chasing. And that loose horse in front could cause a few problems as they come down to fence number 3, and the rest of them have jumped it okay. The 2 loose horses are right in the middle of it all here, with Executive Legal, the loose horse, in the lead, and the other loose horse right in the pack. So that could cause some problems later on. And the jockeys are taking it pretty steady at the moment. They're going along at a crawl now, and Graham K on the inside of Waterworld, with Allied Cardiff in third. You can see the loose horse is good 3 or 4 lengths clear. I hope it'll run away, to be honest, as they take the next, and no great pace on at all. And yet Pride and Prejudice is needing to be scrubbed along at the back. So back into some sort of racing routine now then after the early drama as they take this next one. And we've lost another one there this time. That's Kirk Douglas that's gone. That's a surprise, because Kirk Douglas was running well over hurdles. Obviously doesn't like the bigger fences, and Allied Cardiff is the leader. Graham K is second, Waterworld is third, and the Tortoise is 4. Then Democrates is 5, and Carted Off is 6. Then comes Safari, Swincoln, Tolstoy, King Kong, and Pride and Prejudice, and they're the only ones left. 3 of the runners already out of the race as they take the next, and a slow jump by Allied Cardiff that time as they race with 2 miles to go. They'll be coming past their stand shortly, and Graham K and Allied Cardiff dispute the lead at what will probably be the last next time around. They both made a mistake. Both the leaders made a mistake, and that's allowed Waterworld to come up and take the lead. So Waterworld's just in front then now, and they're pretty tightly packed at the front of the field as they come past the winning post with a complete circuit off this Fairyhouse track to go, and it's virtually 4 in a line. Democrates, Waterworld, Allied Cardiff and Graham K all together, with the Tortoise just behind them. Then comes Carted Off and Safari, Swincoln and Tolstoy, and then Pride and Prejudice and King Kong. They're the remaining runners then as they race towards the next. This is fence 8 of 18, and they're all safely over that one. There's a mistake at the back from Tolstoy, and Graham K and Allied Cardiff have now regained the initiative at the front. Democrates is close in third though, and the grey Waterworld's on the rail. Tortoise is just on the outside, and the one in the red and the black. There's then about a 3-length gap as they take this big ditch, and they will jump that one okay, with the grey King Kong being relegated to the back of the field. So loose horses top and tail in the field really then, and Allied Cardiff, the one with a jockey on that's in the lead as they take the next, and he's now been overtaken by Democrates. Graham K has gone up on his inside as well, and Waterworld and the Tortoise there, but these leading 5 are pretty tightly grouped, and then there's a gap about 2 lengths to the other 5 who are pretty tightly grouped as well. They're led by Carted Off in the green. So the next fence comes along then, and they jump that one okay. A bit of a mistake by Pride and Prejudice towards the back, and they race down towards the next. There's still 9 furlongs to race, and Waterworld, the grey on the outside, is just showing in the lead as they take fence 12. Slow jump by the other grey, King Kong. So they're coming down towards fence number 13 now then, and Graham K and Waterworld dispute the lead from Democrates in third. It's not been the greatest display of jumping from these novices, and Pride and Prejudice is packed up for the day as they jump the next, and the field is now pretty tightly packed. The ones that are left anyway are all pretty tightly grouped. One of the loose horses has disappeared, but Waterworld is in the lead. Waterworld's now pulled clear by about 1.5 lengths. the loose horses in between that one and the rest of them as they take the next fence, and they're over that one safely, and the other grey is now starting to make a bit of ground on the outside, but it's Waterworld in the lead. Graham K is second, carted off 3, and the Tortoise 4, 6 furlongs to race. After that one comes Safari Swing, and Democrates, and then Tolstoy, King Kong and Allied Cardiff, and there's nothing out of this yet of the horses that are remaining standing. They're racing now towards the next. They've got 5 furlongs to race, and it's Waterworld in the lead by about 2 lengths. They take fence 15, that's 4 out, and Waterworld's in front. Graham K is second, carted off is third. Making a move now is the Tortoise, and on the outside Safari Swincome's getting closer as they race down towards the third last. Waterworld's in front at the third last. Waterworld stood off it but got away with it. Graham K made a mistake and has dropped back a little bit, but it's Waterworld in the lead from the Tortoise. Safari Swincome is next, and look at Tolstoy swinging around the outside, and Tolstoy's coming to take a share of the lead, but they're all still in with a chance here. Allied Cardiff has switched to the outside and in with a chance, 2 to jump, and Tolstoy's got the lead from Waterworld. Then comes the Tortoise and Allied Cardiff, carted off, and Safari Swincome down towards the second last. How are they going to take it? Tolstoy and Waterworld take it well together. Well, the Tortoise is back in third, these two in front, there's nothing between them. Tolstoy's just in front on the outside. Waterworld's got the rail though, and it's pushing him on as they take the final fence, and Waterworld jumps it just the better. Carted off is now throwing down a challenge, and so too is the Tortoise, but Tolstoy has dropped away, but Waterworld is in front, and Waterworld looks like he's good enough to hang on as he races up towards the line. Carted off is the only one trying to come and close, but Waterworld's going to win this. Waterworld wins it, and carted off is second, and the Tortoise is third. Graham K was fourth, and then came Allied Cardiff and Democrates. The field trails back to King Kong. Waterworld wins it for Thunderspark. Carted off was second, the Tortoise was third, and Graham K finished fourth.